Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. My name is Richard, and I will be your anchor for this message. Before I dive into the topic I have for us this week, as I normally say, if you like to know about the community called Life for Living Well, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. If you love to join this community and like what we are doing, you just need to sign up with your email and you will regularly, weekly get some articles that are relevant to the message into your mailbox. You don't have to pay anything, it's free, and we appreciate your support with the community. And if you're looking for inspirational books that the community members have read in the past and they feel the book have inspired them or have been helpful and positive in their life, they also show it on the website, share it on the website, and you can find one or two books that can really help you to get a copy for yourself. So let's dive in without taking much of your time. So we're working to reduce the time we release and publish of each of the podcasts that we release every week. So let's dive in this week. So what are we talking about this week? The topic for this week is what I call what I've learned from running. So again, is the lesson running has taught me over the years, and I wanted to share it with you as well. So as I normally do is to take one inspirational individual and use their word as a quote and then build around it. So for this week, I'm taking from DeHaven, and he put it this way: I've learned that it is what you do with the miles rather than how many you have run. It's a powerful. If you are a real runner and if you are engaging in a strength level runs like marathon, you will understand where road is coming from. But if you are not, I'm hoping that by the time you listen to this podcast, you will also see where road is coming from. So let's dive into it. So it takes a sense of reflection to really identify the right lessons available in running. Because from the outside, you see someone running, you might just think they do exercise. For the person that actually running, they're engaging in so many activities. Some of them are so obvious to the naked eyes. Some are very internal dialogue to that individual they're running. It could be their mind, it could be their head, it could be the pain or ache in their body. You have no idea except them. And they battle this as long the distance they cover. The thoughts keep flowing. And sometimes if you are not in control of it, in a situation where you connected to it, you are aware of it, you decide to let it go, you will not realizing that you will not feel the pain as you supposed to be, and you will not really appreciate things around you. You will not notice it because you're running, but your mind is so far away from where you are. So when you take the time to absorb the feelings, emotions, and thoughts while you are running, something stick, something happen. And what exactly thing that as a runner you experience most of the time? So whether you are a beginner or experienced runner, there's always an inner dialogue ongoing. So these thoughts keep flushing, and the more distance you cover, you realize how much your mind is bombarding you with thoughts. It could be a thought that you run past a fast food like McDonald's. you begin to have a craving for it, and you thought, oh my God, when I finish this run, I'm going to get the biggest and the massive Big Mac on the street. It could be a delicacy that you want to have at home, but is that the right place to have that thought, or the thought will come anyway? Or it could just be a moment that you've been working about particular solutions at work or your personal pet project, and then the thought come to your head that you haven't tried before, and it can actually be the solution for the difficulties you've been experiencing for the last few days. So many things happen in this particular period where your body is under so much stress. So what are those? The combination of sweat, determination, and stamina is central to the running experience. So to be a runner, you don't need a lot, but you needed to be able to be comfortable with sweating. You needed to have a determination that you want to run for 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And you also have to have a bit of stamina to keep it going. So, with running, you will come across different challenges. And the most difficult challenges, it is your thought. It is your mindset. It is your head. So these are thoughts within yourself. It's never outside of yourself. While most sports determine more about outside, with running, it's more the biggest challenges that you will have to overcome is within yourself. Because you have a thought that will push back everything you intend to do. It will remind you how your pain, how your leg is painful, how you are struggling, how you can't catch your breath. And for some people, a flat surface brings their personal best time. So you call it PB. While for others, it is ill surface. Personally, I love flat surface. And I also know a lot of people that they love to accommodating hilly surface to their run. So, but what I've noticed running in both two environments, regardless of the terrain, running allows you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. And it would be a mistake if you didn't take advantage of opportunity of connecting to your body, able to aware the event that's going on within yourself. So for starters, you may struggle to cover a distance as a beginner, but the more you do it, the more your struggle will reduce. Like anything, if you don't give up, you're definitely going to be better, become better with it. But if you reach your pain threshold and you're being discouraged to continue, it gets more harder to get back to it. So the more your body becomes more in sync with the art of running, you become more better with it. And this may lead to other possibility or transcending to other part of your life of the qualities that come from running. So without taking much of your time, let's quickly emphasize on the qualities that runnings have taught me. So let's examine a few lessons I've learned from running as a hobby, passion, and exercise. Number one, endurance. Few physical activities can energize your endurance like running. The more you engage with it, the better your endurance becomes. It takes a lot to continue running despite the pain. Sometimes the pain can be so excruciating, can be so painful. One of my coach in the past, they say, when you pain so much and you cannot continue to run, don't stop, jog. When you find it so really hard to jog, walk. The worst you can do is to stop. So every race, I always set 3 goals. Those 3 goals, I always set a priority to it. The high priority of that goal is not a personal best, is to finish the race. Sometimes if you don't exercise wisdom and smartness and lesson you've learned, you could screw it up easily. And the same thing with life. So lesson number 2 is to try and beat my last best time that I entered the race in the past. And that is medium priority. Remember, my first priority is to finish the race. The moment the medium priority was going to screw up the high priority, I'm going to let it go. I'm focused on high priority to finish the race. And the third one, to make sure I enjoy it. And how do you enjoy running a marathon? It's not just the people that cheer you up, that clapping for you. It's the opportunity to engage, to know yourself. There's nothing bring out so many things in this period of time that you overstretching that body, that your mind. And the opportunity to absorb the environment, the people, the thing, the place, the nature. The thing that you will experience in the period of 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, depends on the time you finish your race. Is so unique to you alone. And everything outside you are just part of it. I learned this lesson in a hard way. I've mentioned it in one of our podcasts in the past. I was in Copenhagen few years ago for marathon. And I was trying so hard that I want to beat my personal best in Japan. And I know that I train in sub 7 minutes per mile. So I got to Copenhagen. I saw the elites. They look so tiny. Is it tiny? Yes. And you just inspire more to run. So I start behind them, thinking like I want to finish in sub 1 hour. So they finish around 1 hour 40 minutes, 1 hour 50 minutes. That's a lot of stretch for my body. And I was matching their pace for just little few miles. After 6 miles, I lost the control of my body completely. I feel lighter in my head, in my body. I feel dizzy. So I fell on the water table and they pulled me out of the road into beside, pour water onto me. Look into the names on my t-shirt, and they calling my name. Richard, are you okay? Then the only thing I can do is to wave my hand that I am okay. I just need some time to break. And I didn't join the race because remember, every race, my high priority is to finish it. But I almost, for the first time, not to finish that race because I misplaced my priority. I got to the race despite my experience and was carried away by other people's priority. And 40 minutes later, I joined the race, I finished, and it also became my personal best time for any marathon that I've done. But I'm almost not able to finish the race. So because of that experience, a friend of mine joined me for half a marathon in Reading, and he was trying to match my pace. And he wasn't the person that really trained for run for a long time. He's just a beginner, and my riding happened to be his first race. And after some mile like me previously in Copenhagen, he was tired, he was dizzy, he was weak, he was feeling ache all over his body. And he wasn't sure whether he's going to finish the race. So I pulled him back and I just said to him, mate, you need to stop. Relax, chill beside the water bottle, take some drinks. And now run with your own pace that you trained for. He trained to run in sub 9 minutes, but he was running with me in sub 6.5 minutes. So he finished the race. He was proud of himself. I was proud of him. So the lesson I'm trying to say to you is having endurance, it's calm with also exercise wisdom so that you don't burn yourself out. Number 2, patience. Being a runner, you quickly understand the importance of patience. Pushing too hard or being impatient can lead to upward injuries. Focus on the present rather than finish line. The quality develops over time and you will begin to appreciate it more. And that is so true. And the longer you run, you will come to appreciate the quality and skills and discipline of being patient. Because if you have to cover a 20 mile, you cannot do it in 1 mile. And if you need your stamina energy to cover 20 miles, you won't want to burn it off in 1 mile. And you pay attention to your body. Sometimes your body is telling you slow down. You don't just keep saying, I'm going to continue to do it. You slow down, even if you have to walk. So you will create a connection to your body in times that you'll be able to interpret it even much better than you used to do. Number 3, resilience. So why did I say resilience? Because sometimes you only have one choice or 2 choices: to stop or to slow down. I've seen elite pull out of the race because of nasty injuries, even before they start running. And I've seen people that they were never able to finish it, perhaps because of underlying health issues. But most especially, your mind will tell you that you are tired, and it depends on you to agree with your mind. But if you continue to say it, if you are not careful, you will begin to feel it. But before you start feeling it, you will first thinking it, and it will become feelings, and feelings become your reality. So because you are the executioner, like a judge, you make a decision when to pull out. So often, one quality that saves runners through tough time is resilience. It's not because they have a supernatural power. It's not because they have a strong determination than you. The mental battle, body aches, but resilience sees them through. So these two is a quality that is developed over time. Number 4, courage. It is an overstatement to not recognize how courageous marathon and ultramarathon participants are. So every run reinforces the belief that you can do better and challenges you to go to the distance. It takes courage. Because cover a distance for 1 day, and by pushing your body, you're going to stretch your body to the stretch point, and it depends on you how you manage it and react to it. A courageous people are made, not born. It's a learning experience. And number 5, without taking much of our time, as I'm running out of the time for the podcast, measurable success. So it's one of those things that it's easier to measure, whether it was a success or not. Your success can be measured using technology like a smartwatch or an app on your phone. Alternatively, you can measure your success traditionally by being intentional about the pace, distance, and time before commencing runs. So the question is, are you achieving your goals? So lastly, which is number 6 on my list, peer support. Nothing brings out the competitiveness derived from running like running in a group. You are also super motivated to go the distance. If you are after pace improvement, running with a group that's higher up in pace would help you. So if that's what you want, it is important to run with the group that their pace is a little bit faster than yours. So they will push you, because you cannot become better by just staying in a place where you are not being pushed. You definitely will be pushed, and you'll be surprised how extendable you are. You'll be surprised that if you are kind of person running on 9 minutes per mile and you join the group that do 7.5 minutes per mile, you'll be surprised how compatible you are with them, because their energy come together, we lift each other's up. Finally, as we bring in this podcast to the end, running is more than a hobby or sport. It should be a way of life, in my opinion. It was before the advent of civilization, used for sending errands, hunting for survival, dominating, and connecting with each other. Today, it's mostly for exercise and competition. It's also the cheapest form of exercise. It helps you connect with the environment you are in more easily and quickly. So when you run, you are able to connect to everything around you. The air that you breathe, the smell, the sight of the places that you're running, and the feelings within you, the thoughts, the mind, the pain, the sweat, all things come together. So it helps you connect with the environment you are in more easily and quickly. Notice that qualities listed above are associated with running. They are qualities that develop over time. These qualities can be easily transferred to other aspects of your life, whether in interpersonal relationships, work, business, etc. So, if you are interested in running but don't know where to start, you can join a running club in your own town or city. Many clubs have sprung up in the past 10 years. You may start by running for 20 minutes around your area and gradually increase the time to 40 minutes. Ensure you enjoy it. That is the main purpose. To absorb the experience, connect with your body and soul. Notice any thoughts that pop up and discard them if you must. So, I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again, please stay safe and have a wonderful week. Ciao.